Hello, Transurfer and the Transurfing Curious. My name is Renee Garcia and this is TransurfingTV. And today we are going to talk about one of the fundamentals of reality transurfing. This is such a big one, and it's choice, obviously, your power, your right, your sovereign right as a creator to choose. Most people do not exercise this ability to the extent that they can. We sort of resign ourselves to, well, this is the life I've been given, or this is the hand that I've been dealt, and I'll just play this hand even though it's a shitty one, even though it doesn't really suit me or my intentions. I'll just go ahead and play this hand because some people have all the luck and some people don't. But you create your own luck and you create your own opportunity. And this is done by setting your frequency, which we are going to get into, and how exactly this connects you with more of what you want in this world. And I am a walking testament to that. Before we get started, remember to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Say in the comments below, my world is taking care of me, to enter my daily giveaway. I'm sending out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. Get on this train, y'all, because it's a good one. So for those of you that know, or don't know rather, I'm sure a lot of you know, but some of you do not know, that I was born into an unfortunate situation. I'm going to get into how I rewrote my past and started telling myself a different story. But a lot of us, including myself, are born into circumstances that are extremely challenging, limited in nature. The programming of our environment programs our minds at a very, very young age to accept very limiting beliefs, especially when you grow up in a poverty mentality environment, right? Which I know a lot of you have. And that was my story. So I, at a certain point, realized that I don't know how this happened, how I did it. This is still a mystery to me. Maybe someday I'll gain some insights on this and relay it to you. But for now, that's a big mystery. How I had the insight to know at a very young age, hey, wait a second, everybody in this mobile home park is living a specific way, and they're telling me that I have to live this specific way. But why? Why are they all living like this? Why are they accepting this lot? Why are they trying to put it onto me that, oh, well, you can't do that sort of thing, and oh, going to, travel or going to own your own business or doing, that's for other people. We don't do stuff like that. And realizing, wait a second here, I think I can. I don't know how, and I don't know what I need to do, but I knew something else was a possibility, right? This put me in connection with my ability to choose something else. Now, that's not to say that I just started choosing bigger and better things and I didn't struggle. I struggled for a lot of years. There were a lot of years that were extremely painful because I had made choices that I didn't understand exactly what those choices would entail. And I was put through a lot of really serious, I'll define it as growth pain, right? Plunging myself into a professional environment or into, doing this with transurfing. There's been a tremendous amount of pain here, if you want to call it this, because I made the choice to do something, and rising up to fill that position has not always been comfortable. But this is where truth growth comes from. And if you want to make a new choice for yourself, starting today, understand it comes with immense joy and at times immense growing pains. And that's all good. So I'm going to get into my little chart here. I hope you guys can read this. I'm filming this at a different time of day than usual, so the light's a little bit off, but I hope you can read it. So how we choose is really via our frequency, right? What our essence is, what frequency we're resonating at, that is what we attract. This is exactly why Vadim Zeland says, you get exactly what you choose. Whatever belief you choose will be the right one for you, and that will materialize in your layer of reality, because this is how reality works. There's an infinite amount of data in the alternative space, and your frequency, your belief, your attitude connects you with more of the same, or stuff that is resonating at the same parameters as you. So your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and your intentions set your frequency, okay? So all of this stuff, if you believe that life is good and gonna hand you everything that you've ever wanted, if your emotions are joyful and you are resonating with what it is you want and what you strive to achieve, rather than, focusing on what you don't want, what you don't like, what you don't want to see happen, if your thought quality is high and your intentions are high, your frequency is going to attract people, objects, events, and circumstances that are in line with your exact thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and intentions. This is all I'm doing right now. I changed my belief structure. I upgraded my emotions, right? I stopped with that oh God, it sucks and life sucks and I suck and it all sucks and I'm depressed. Not saying that I don't get depressed, but I limit my time there, right? I shift my focus back to my forward and upward version of thinking about what I strive to achieve, thinking about what I want, rather than all that lower nature stuff. I keep my thought quality high. I keep the information coming in to my layer of reality high. I do not let negative information into my reality, right? I don't let mass media, people going off on Facebook stuff, toxic family members, all of that crap is kind of pushed away, because I know that if I allow that into my reality, my thoughts will be in line with that, my emotional state will be lower, my beliefs about reality will be lower. This causes me to not really have the best intentions. Maybe then my intentions are God, I just want to feel good today, right? Whereas now my intentions are to really hit it, right? To really make an impact. So in order for me to do that, I have to be cautious of the exact things that I just spoke of. So when you do all of this stuff of a higher nature, you are going to attract people, objects, events, and circumstances of a higher nature. When you do all of this in a lower nature, you are going to attract people, objects, events, and circumstances of a lower nature. So what are some actual steps you can take? Well, the first one, and this is sort of a declaration I make every single morning, unless I let my higher self take a day off, which I sometimes do, but I declare my higher self the captain of the ship. If I get insights, if I get my higher self saying, this is the direction to go, Renee, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to cultivate within yourself, this is your vector, you are going to flow in this vector now, I do not quiet that voice. I have declared my higher self the captain of the ship, and I let her steer the way. I do not let my lower self steer the way anymore. That is a no-go. I play my slide continuously, therefore I attract exactly what, my intentions are. Really, a slide is just you living your intentions prematurely. When you do that, you do all this, thoughts, emotions, beliefs, intentions. You use these things here to really resonate with that slide, right? So if you're playing that slide, your thoughts are in line with that slide. Your emotions are in line with that slide. Your beliefs are in line with that slide. And obviously your intentions are in line with that slide. This is the law of attraction. So you are living that version of reality prematurely through this set of conditions, through this set of tools rather. Therefore, you are attracting exactly what you need to bring that slide to fruition, to have that slide materialize, and then you merge with it, right? And merging of the slide is a big one. That is for another video because that is that's a big topic, right? This is you becoming, this is you accepting, this is you not sabotaging, this is you properly merging with your slide. So the last thing that I'd like to state in the little steps is, really accepting that there are no limits. Shoot high, right? Shoot for the stars and accept anything in between here and there. That's what I like to say for myself, and it seems to be working, y'all. Your transmission affects others. So this is a big one. People want to help. I have so many people helping me in my life right now, and this is because I am transmitting a pure intention coming from my soul, and I am following all of these parts that I need to, and this is sending out a broadcast. This is sending out a transmission. It's like a beacon. It's like a, hey, here I am, and here is a pure intention that both my heart and my mind agree with, that creates that je ne sais quoi, and people want to be involved with that, just as you will want to be involved with other people that are doing that too, if that makes sense. It's a very cyclical energy, and when you elevate to some of the higher tracks, there's lots of people doing super cool stuff, you doing super cool stuff, and everybody's just kind of circulating in this place of creativity and a very high slide. But it takes a village really to have your slide materialize. So remembering that your transmission affects others and allowing others to help you really incorporate what you need to get that slide to materialize. What you accept as true becomes your future reality. This is a huge one. This is really the essence of choice, right? Whatever you choose, whatever you accept as being true is going to be your future version of reality. Applaud each distinguishable shift. This is a huge one too. Really start to quantify growth and progress, because then you can look back and be like, hey, I did all this. This is kind of a silly one, but this black marker that I use started to run out. As you can see, it's kind of faded here, right? So here I am writing and it's running out of ink, and I think to myself, this is a sign of progress. You've done so many videos where you've written with this black marker that it's running out of ink. This is me really paying attention to a shift, to a benchmark, to progress in my external reality that I can see. Even just little things like this can make a huge difference for the mindset. The last and a really, really valuable one is rewrite your past. This is huge, guys. For the longest time, I told myself a really, really shitty story about who I was and where I came from. And my thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and intentions were all in line with this. Here's the cool thing. Your subconscious does not know the difference between the truth of what really happened or a new imagined version of it. So you can start to tell yourself a different story about your past, or start framing your story in a new way that's geared towards the positive. And this is really what I did, right? at first it was woe is me, life sucks, I was born into this shitty situation. And then at a certain point it became, oh wow, what an amazing opportunity. I came from the bottom and I can talk about it now and I can help other people, and I have so much experience and so much, there's so much depth there. There's a well that I can tap into infinitely to pull from to help other people create their own realities too, because I've done that myself. So this is where a lot of my power has come from, is me rewriting my past, telling myself a different story and resonating with my past in a different way. This is me creating new thoughts, more higher positive thoughts about my past, having more positive emotions about my past, having better beliefs about my past, and that creating really positive material that I can use. Like it's a path. So instead of me coming from a bad, dark, depressed place and extending that path into more of the same, I started to rewrite that old script, putting me in a different trajectory, using that as my base, which is actually now very, very much a positive for me. So let me know your thoughts on this, everyone. Are you ready to choose something different? Are you ready to have different thoughts, upgrade your emotions, create some better beliefs, set some new intentions? This is huge. I want to know your thoughts, and please remember to subscribe, like this video, and comment below. My world is taking care of me to enter my giveaway, and I just might send you some of these. Thank you so much for watching my video, everyone. Bye.